Well, good evening, everybody. Hope you are having a good Thursday or whatever day it may actually be for you. Hope you're ready for some Mario Maker because that's what we have, and otherwise this is going to be very awkward. What's not going to be awkward is NES joining me in the booth. How are you tonight?
I am great, Trenton. Thanks for having me. Yeah, we got this new Super Expert Challenge showcase. Why don't you tell them about it?
Our runners are going to have 60 minutes. You see the timer on the clock. Their mission, should they choose to accept it, and they already did, is clear as many levels as you can, whatever it takes to get it done.
Yeah, so they have endless skips. They can go back and try to do a level. The world records are going to be 20 to 60 seconds. And we got, of course, here BlueChocobo versus EricVanWilderman. All right, what do we got in front of us?
We have a battle of the Toadettes.
Yeah, all right, Toadette versus Toadette.
So looking like a speedrun style SMW. Nothing these two runners wouldn't be unused to. Plenty of expert play in their history. These actually super expert levels. So on a speedrun type format, you're probably thinking the timer's a little tighter.
Yeah, rather than those expert levels, which you have been seeing recently, those expert levels give a little bit of play in the timer. Super expert, maybe not so much. Yeah, so I'm really happy that we're gonna crown our inaugural winner of this format, this showcase format tonight.
As we're working through this, let's talk about a little bit just quickly about who these two runners are. They're in separate divisions as far as the GSA goes this season. BlueChocobo currently stands in 4th place from Division A, 5-3 in his matchups. EVW is in 4th place in Division B, currently 5-2 in his matchups. They bring in a respective 8.4 average for BlueChocobo and 6.9 for EVW. That, of course, a different format, but does kind of give you a flavor of how they tend to clear levels.
Yeah, and anyone watching this stream, if you don't follow these two on Twitch, please do so. Both excellent racers. And EVW is a very, very animated kind of racer. I spend a lot of time watching BlueChocobo doing his endless runs because they are both solid competitors.
All right, meanwhile, BlueChocobo has finished his first clear. I actually thought the strat on this might be to even take a minute beforehand and just scout what levels are on the list, because they can basically do whatever they want to as long as they come back and clear levels. So spending a little time seeing your options.
Yeah, with new formats, definitely formulating new strats, and sounds like a good one. Yeah, instead of just going headlong into it, take, 15, 20 seconds and look at the list, see where you can go, since you can go back or forth. Also, there's going to be 20 to 60 seconds. So just kind of like in the other format, maybe the 60-second ones will get less play than the 20-second ones.
And the ability to see that from CoreSpot is going to be a tremendous difference that helps in your level selection. But you're talking about a couple of runners who, on their own, are probably more used to playing no skips than anything else. So you kind of have to fight the natural urges to just play on sometimes.
Yeah, and another thing they can do is just find things in their wheelhouse. If they prefer speedruns, if they prefer this kind of level, they might find ones that they just simply enjoy as a competitor and as a streamer.
So clarify this in chat, and I'm sure it's a point we're going to have to make a few times during the course of the night. They can pick whatever levels from the list. They have their list, and it's a sizable one of levels that they have. Plenty to choose from there, but it has to be from that list.
Yeah, so there should be 100 on the list. So I even with these racers' ability, even with 60 minutes, let's see if they get through 100 of Super Expert. I'm waiting to see it. I want to see what their clear rate is tonight, and what they can work on, because as we remember from the last format to what we're experiencing right now, the clear rates have differed quite a bit. In terms of if you get a set of, minute 30 right now, you're not going to clear as many. So even, well-known players like Little Curbs or The Beast or IAPK, you can't clear as many if you get just a bunch of 90-second levels. So
right,
with these guys, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thus far it's just been they've gone down the list. Eric did not clear the SMW level, but he's invested a lot of time into this SMV3 level. And it looks like Blue Chocobo might have decided he had enough of that one and moved on to the next. Gotta grab some coins in this one.
All right. So yeah, chat, as we're watching this together, me and Triton didn't have a lot of knowledge coming in beforehand either. We had some of the basics, but just let us know what you think. As we're watching it together, you guys, as you know, you're my favorite chat when it comes to esports, the most well-informed chat that I know of. So start to let us know your feedback, because that's, when you have a new format, that's what you're looking for.
Looks like we ran into a glitch level on Blue Chocobo's side. He made an attempt at that and then said, I'll try something different. So a little low gravity here. The low gravity bomb surf.
And it makes me wonder, Trenton, watching both of these streamers, I wonder if we go to this new format, if they're going to start streaming more Super Expert. Because I know Chocobo had said before in his chat or on his stream that he had encountered some of the expert levels that he'd been doing.
Yeah, that's not a surprising thing with the way this format works. Looks like Blue Chocobo has a new soup style here. And does EVW figure out this glitch here?
Yeah. Yeah, anyone in chat, let us know this glitch. EVW's looking kind of questioning there.
It looks like the same setup that was basically free in Mario Maker 1, but it keeps pushing our runners away and not up the cannon here.
Yeah, so exiting as well. Good question. I wonder if you can sort the list by shortest clear time. Excellent question. I don't know if you can even sort the list. Do you know, Trenton? Any ideas?
It's not a thing I've tried to do.
Yeah, that's something that we can ask the powers that be, if the players have the ability to do any kind of sort when it comes to that list, or if it's just set up uniformly between the two. I'm sure.
Chat giving us the answer that you cannot sort a liked level list.
Thank you, Doom. All right.
Eric has lost the shellmet there and a little too long on the bomb surf as Blue Chocobo is going to pick up just the second clear. 8 minutes in, I feel like almost if we were under the old format, they would have felt a little more pressure to get clears. I think with the extended time, they're taking these a little bit more leisurely and seeing if they can clear the level instead of thinking about how much time they're investing in the level.
Yeah, definitely. Something that, once again, if they can figure out even a puzzle level, I'm going to guess in this format, they might try puzzle levels more so than in the expert that we're doing right now. Because we know they can go back and forth. And that's another thing, with the ability to go back and forth with a puzzle level, you might look at it, leave it, and kind of have it in the back of your mind while you're doing your race, and go back to it.
On a puzzle level, I'm thinking I would want to see what style of puzzle it is. Is it an execution-based puzzle? Is it a technique or glitch-based puzzle? See what that is, and that's probably going to be the determining factor. It's got to be something in your wheelhouse, or it's just going to be a bunch of time that you probably don't want to spend.
Yeah, my guess is neither of them are going to go back to that glitch level we saw. If they didn't know it right now, then I can't imagine that's one they'll go back to. The kind of time you want to invest as a player working out those glitches is not something you're going to do in a tournament fashion, even when you have the ability to.
Eric working on this low grav level. Blue Chocobo moved off of it pretty quickly, but I've got to imagine 10 minutes in, Eric's got to feel a little bit of pressure not having it clear up on the board yet.
Or maybe since it's just a showcase, maybe he's just enjoying life.
These competitors, they want to
They're
win.
competitors, right? You can tell by his face. That's how you know he's having a good time. He wants to win something. And really glad for Chocobo. You know, he played earlier in the night, and I'd like to see him come out here and have a good time because he's a great streamer. EVW getting the tape, showing us a little animation, so now maybe he is feeling a bit better.
All excited. He got that first clear up on the board. Blue Chocobo, I think, forgot how that level went. He had done that successfully before. You had to ride the last icicle down, but he decided they had had enough.
Yeah. And yeah, in Super Export, you see easy platforming. Anything but, right?
If you see easy platform, be scared.
Yeah. Look for Kaizo. And yeah, it looks like EVW is going to give this one a bit of a try. New kind of level, claws and ice. Hey, finding a checkpoint. Once again, in Super Expert, though, when you find a checkpoint, you don't know if it's one of many checkpoints, but these are 20 to 60 seconds, so that is helpful. That we know that the time frame that is being chosen, and we'll see if the shorter levels are make the action a little faster.
The other thing that is worthy of remembering is just because it's in Super Expert doesn't actually mean it should be. Sometimes it's going to be a newer level that just has not had enough plays yet to bring the clear rate up and put it into Expert.
Yeah, good point. The way that Nintendo categorizes Expert, Super Expert is based on the clear rate, correct?
Yes, so sometimes a low number of plays can really distort it, and sometimes even a high number of plays can distort it because of the crowd being attracted to the level. But we're seeing some clears being racked up here right now. EVW's just gone to 2, Blue Chocobo to 3.
Yeah, I really like Chocobo's title, Not All Heroes Wear Capes. That's a great level creator title there. And so I'm guessing he's going to look for a cape.
These world record format really does lend itself to speedrun levels, so I don't think it's a surprise we've seen several of them so far. Another SMW speedrun level here for Blue Chocobo.
Yeah, and
spin jump is king.
And once again, that's, you know, a lot of time is spent by these two streamers, Expert, Super Expert. They do some verses as well, but most weekdays I see Blue Chocobo doing either an Endless Expert or a Super Expert run.
He's done a lot of those as GSA season has rolled around. He did a lot of verses before that. I believe both of them are S+ at verses.
Yeah, and Chad, as you know, join us Saturday tomorrow for our verses. And then I believe on Sunday we have European verses. So we got a lot of action this weekend. If you're staying home or forced to stay home or working from home, might as well have GSA Speedrun on. Oh, EVW getting the icicle to the eye.
Yeah, these levels are slick. When ice physics are in play and you've got to stop on a dime, that is not going to be free. So you can't even jump to kill your momentum because there's falling icicles above you. So if you jump too much, you're going to jump right into a falling object to death, and that's not fun.
Yeah. So try not to get soft lock there, making it through. Yeah, this is, so far, let's see. What do we got, chat? Liking it? Disliking it?
What kind of, in chat is the only restriction world record. They do have to be Super Expert levels as well.
Yeah, so super
So
expert 20 to 60 seconds. There's a list of 100 of them. And from chat, because we know you guys know, no way to sort it. So it's in a random order.
So clear rate and world record are the two factors that went into these, and of course they're playing from the same list of levels.
Yeah, so somebody who's already talking about being quarantined. Hey, you don't have to come in contact with anyone while you join us in chat. Have a great time watching these streamers do their thing. This is a great place to spend your time while the nation and the globe is worrying about the pandemic happening around us.
Right, EVW is back onto this SMW level that we saw Blue Chocobo clear earlier. They've not necessarily been clearing the same levels. In fact, I think they have one clear in common, perhaps,
Yeah,
but not much.
yeah, and it's interesting in the format we currently have. A lot of times you see them skipping the same levels. So yeah, this is going to make it a little different. Once again, maybe finding things in their wheelhouse or finding things that they prefer as a racer. Blue Chocobo doing a really nice job with these single jumps and through these. Well, commentators curse. I really don't believe in that. I made sure that I smudged and I don't have any curse going on. But Blue Chocobo dying there a little bit. He gets another chance. Skips as many as he wants. Hey, EVW hit the tape and tied it up 3-3.
And that is a common clear between the runners. Blue Chocobo dealing with this new soup speedrun doesn't really look necessarily like the traditional new soup speedrun, but a lot of tech you're going to be used to if you've done these kind of levels.
Yeah, so we're about a quarter of way through, 15, 16 minutes into our match, and we have a nice tie game. Once again, you can see how evenly matched these super expert players are. So EVW going to try his hand at this speed run.
And Blue Chocobo had enough of the other ones, so we've got yet another new soup level here. And this one, a lot more room and a lot more wall jumping, and that seems to be going well so far.
I wonder if this is one of those you have to go back for at levels with the on-off waiting for him. He's going to get to the end, hit an on-off, and then have to come back through.
That could be, but it does seem to be an indicator, perhaps, of when you have to stall. It seems to line up very well for that.
Oh, so it might be just an indicator rather than a go back level.
Yeah,
Nice.
see, he's always twirling within those boxes, so it's something he's doing to slow his momentum, line up the jumps.
Whoop. Separate there. Yeah, and I mean, as level creators, you need to use all the tech that they have available for you. So yeah, on-off would be a nice block rather than having to spend more time drawing something else out.
Yeah, you have the Z's to tell you gotta do the twirls, and then you have the boxes for a little more precise indicator of where you need to do them.
Yeah, I really appreciate in these creators when they have a link level that tells me the what I need to do, because I always forget the different mechanics of Link. And
Let me tell you, you tried for the yellow jump and it was a little too far.
Okay, yeah. EBW gonna be able to go down and spin on these piranha plants. I was just thinking, Trenton, there might not be a lot of Link levels because 20 to 60 seconds, as SB John Wayne keeps pointing out, there's no short Link levels. They're all long Link levels, so we might be missing out on Linky Boy.
Well, we'll see if one sneaks in, but what we do have sneaking in is EricVanWilderman going into the lead, 4-3 on the clear count.
Yeah, that was a great clear there. He solidly made it look like not a super expert level. He just quickly ran through that. That was very nice work on his part.
That's one of the things about this many levels is chances are there's gonna be a fair number that are in your wheelhouse, something you like to do. So a little exploration through that list could really pay off.
Yeah, I wonder how, it is a question I would be interested in terms of when, the list when you get the list, can you just scroll down to the first one that looks good to you? Do you have to go to the first one, on the list? Because currently our format is you have to open it and then skip it. So is this format where you have to actually look at it and skip it, or can you just scroll?
That would be an interesting question to clarify, and even still, you could scroll down the list, see the levels, and then figure out if you want to go through open and skip or open and play. So, scouting could be critical for formatting your strategy.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, chat, this is a showcase, so it does not impact the leaderboard. This is just EVW and Blue Chocobo having a good time, trying out a new GSA speedrun format. And I'll remind the person that asked that question about our setup with Super Expert. The runners have 60 minutes. So far, we're about 20 minutes into it. It's endless skips, and they can go back, which I think might be the interesting thing. If they actually decide to go back, I want to see how that works. And all of them are super expert with world records 20 to 60 seconds.
Blue Chocobo has cleared that level, but he probably doesn't feel great about how much time he invested. Looked like a little frustration despite the clear, but he's up to 4 now. We are tied once again.
Yeah, somebody said they prefer them opening it. It gives them more of a race feel. Yeah, we're gonna have to ask the powers that be at GSA if they can just scroll through, find things that look good to them, or if they actually have to go through the list one by one.
Well, hey, this is the kind of thing to give feedback on, chat. See what you think needs to be addressed and give that feedback of what we can do to make it a good showcase or good format for future racing. Take notes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Trenton, go ahead.
Just saying, chat, take notes.
Yeah, and yeah, be effusive, chat. Anything you want to say, let us know because they'll go back through the chat and they do these tournaments not only for the players but for you guys, for the chat, for the viewers. What's exciting to us? Do we want to stick with what we have? Do we want to do something else? So yeah, take some time. If anything you want to say, well, okay, it's the internet. Not anything you want to say. Something productive, please.
Well, I tell you what I find interesting so far. It sure looks like the day has been dominated by these new soup levels as EricVanWilderman gets another clear done. It feels like over half of them have been new Super Mario levels so far.
It does. Yeah, yeah. What do you think, Trenton? Are you a Super Mario new soup player, or do you like the old formats?
I tell you, the only one that really disagrees with me is 3D World because it's got the different physics. Mario doesn't behave quite the same way. Other than that, I've gotten a lot more into new soup levels. If you're not really comfortable with it, I'd actually suggest the Beast's YouTube videos where he's done a lot of explanations on how new soup tech works. And it'll open you up to a lot of things you may not have realized. As Blue Chocobo is going to get another clear, and we're getting into some decent numbers now as we're closing in on the halfway mark.
Yeah, and definitely you might as well take instruction from the Beast. That is somebody that knows what he's doing when it comes to this game. Top of the leaderboard. After that amazing, stunning victory last week over Enviosity. And we got a link level. Hey, we got a link level.
We do have a link level. Looks like a little bit of precision at the end there with the arrow fire, and EricVanWilderman couldn't quite get the shot off that he needed. And also, you're not allowed to touch the ground, which to me is one of the most frustrating clear conditions there is.
Yeah, I love this tech on the link level with the spiny and a little bounce. He just needs to get up and over. I'm guessing one shot right now. Okay, hitting the... Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. Oh, EVW with the with the gesturing, the
It's a short
gesticulation.
level is the good news. You get through this first part, and it just doesn't take long to get back to that. So this is one where you may want to invest a number of attempts into, just because it is so short. I can talk, I promise.
Yeah, and it's a one shot. I mean, he has the tech down for the spiny. He just needs to hit that arrow a little shorter. So he overshot it the first time. Maybe he'll get it this time. And yeah, once again, new soup here, Blue Chocobo.
Yeah, we saw the EPW on this level a little earlier, I think.
There it is. Oh, what was that?
I
Did
looked
did
away. I
see
thought
the
he had to
second
clear, so I
arrow?
looked over the Blue Chocobo screen.
Oh,
He shot 2 arrows. He hit it twice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely. Well, he still definitely has the capability. It's just, I mean, super expert.
And
And
another
Blue
clear for Blue
Chocobo.
Chocobo.
I'm pretty sure EVW is going to get this attempt or the next attempt. He certainly knows what to do here. The 2 arrows, that was great.
Alright, final section here. Gotta get the shot. Overshot it.
1
Got
arrow.
it second time.
All right.
Alright, so he's back into the lead. And SMW returns. It feels like half the levels have been new soup, and the other half are split between SMW and SMB1. I know we saw one SMB3 level, though. No 3D World yet.
Yeah. The cat suit. I love the cat suit. What do you think? Do you like the mechanics of the cat suit?
Eh. Give
Yeah.
me an SMB1 puzzle level.
I gotcha. I like it for versus how you can steal with it. Or the builder and the cat suit, what you can do to steal with those. Really makes for me versus very fun. All right, so EVW is looking either for a new block or trying to figure out how, I guess maybe go off Yoshi and hit this on off.
Well, he went over it instead of under it, so now he can't hit it. It seems like it's telling you to hit that, and perhaps something starts dropping after that. We don't know.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Let's see how Chocobo feels about this Link level. As we know, as viewers, it was short. And if you can get this tech down, the first time I saw this tech actually with the spiny was Raise Fire. I was watching one of his streams. I like him and his squad there. And yeah, Chocobo's just looking to see how far it is. So he sees that there's the end, so he has the lure now. And we'll see if he keeps with it.
Well,
Yoshi genocide level.
the fact he's seen the end and went back for it says he's feeling decent about this. Or, maybe not, as he exits out. That don't touch the ground can be a real annoyance.
Oof.
It can just throw you off your rhythm.
Oh yeah, so we got either a Yoshi genocide or a Yoshi sacrifice level on EVW's side. The last part of it is hitting the Yoshi mid-air, hitting off of it and going up to the tape. So definitely super expert here. The first part of it is difficult, but the last part of it, very difficult. Well, let's call it super expert.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, why not? Right here. Oh,
Got it.
Nice.
Only took one seeing it, and you got it from there.
Yeah, EVW, you deserve that.
I kind of wish I had been taking notes on their clears for time invested, because the first 10 minutes, they really didn't get that many. Then after about the 15-minute mark, it feels like they've been cruising pretty good.
Yeah, I wonder if with the new showcase, if they also needed a new comfort level for playing this new showcase. I mean, you're used to it, but when you're doing it on stream in a different format, Maybe they wanted to change tactics. Oh, little Kaizo on EVW side.
Yeah, the coins kind of bait you in on that one because they're accurate at the beginning and then they're not. Not sure if he did try the pipe the first time, but you always have to wonder.
All right, Trenton, I'm going to leave you for about 3 minutes while I re-put my child to bed. Be right back.
Good luck with that. Parent percent runs. It's the thing. Some say it's harder than Super Expert. You be the judge. Looks like here EVW can see a checkpoint up there. Gotta get the right spin, and he does. And now has to do a little bit of damage to shrink down. BlueChocobo's in a totally different level. This is the low gravity new soup, which, boy, you can get a lot of momentum and travel a long distance with it. Basically, you can be almost flying without a flying power-up with it. You can hold your momentum pretty far. So, good air stall tech makes a huge difference. Both these runners, I'm sure, have a lot of practice with it by now. But it's a lot of fun to do. The biggest thing on a tech level like that is make sure you're using multiple buttons so that you don't have to be quite as precise. EVW getting over the fire bars, over the blocks, to the goalpost, and another clear in the books. He is putting up a lead here on BlueChocobo. Had the early advantage, but now EVW's been in command for a little bit.
All right, success on my end, and it looks like success on EVW's end.
He is holding on to that lead for now. BlueChocobo working on a different level, the new soup here. Because, of course, it's new soup.
Yeah, of course. And with the low grab, I do like this mechanic where you do the little spin jump up. And also, new soup, they put in that spine, so, you know, or that spining to make it not so easy.
Right, looks like BlueChocobo's not going to invest any more time in that one.
All right, chat saying EVW scrolled to skip while Chocobo entered every level. Yeah, once again, we're going to have to talk to GSA about, you know, how it works. Do you have to go level after level? Or do you have to enter every level? Or can you just scroll through and you see something you like?
Is this an SB11 remake? Looks like it so far, but what's the catch? Might be that it's the entire World 1, for starters.
Yeah, 20 to 60 seconds. I always like to up and over strat here. Oh, no.
Level Maker says no.
Yeah, level creators. Absolutely. In so many ways. I wonder what the P-switch was all about. The not only did they have the spinies, but they had a block of P-switches.
I feel like that was a mistake. The level maker says no.
Yeah, absolutely not. Try the other route.
They made it very clear what they want you to do here. Okay, this is a thing.
Oh, this level. I'm sure Chad and a lot of players have seen this this level that went, I don't know, pretty popular about, what, 3-6 months ago. This isn't the level exactly, but the just massive fire bar spam.
Yeah, not the most authentic World 1 level from SMB1. I just gotta say that. It didn't really hold true to the theme here.
Cruelty.
Alright, BlueChocobo continuing to work through this level. We saw EVW clear this one before.
Yeah, really nice work. I'm, as always, getting the commentators curse. I always prefer the blue bridge to the green one because it's faster. But when you're the player, doesn't always help.
One very good thing about this level EVW is on, though, is that it's well-placed checkpoints. It's got a checkpoint right before this section, so it's where you want it.
All right, the beast coming in saying that it looks like it's fun to play, so that's always a nice endorsement.
Got the clouds for a marker. It looks like that's supposed to be some sort of safety marker to let you know you're okay.
All right, looks like Blue Chocobo got to the flag there and came within one with 25 minutes left.
A lot of time for EVW on this level. How long does this last section go, though? I said this was a good place for that checkpoint. What I'm questioning is, was it a good place for the first checkpoint? Or did we need one about halfway through here?
Chat said, with all these fire bars, he dies to a piranha plant, right? Well,
you can only look in so many directions at one time.
Yeah, and the fire bars are dominant right now.
We've also got these pits here that we don't actually know what they do, but I'm guessing you would fall back down into the start of the level. Just a guess. Seems like the kind of thing this level maker would do.
Well, you never know. We might get a chance to see.
Looks like we've got a SMB1 speedrun on Blue Chocobo's side. So
Thad said he thinks he played the one on Chocobo's side. So
this looks like it's a sectioned time limit, so you've got the fire bar working as a clock, and presumably if you don't get in the key door in time, or the regular door as the case may be, you're gonna fall.
Yeah, I really like that. I really like that. Very clever with the clock. Really neat. Well done, level creator. Very cool.
So these are nice time limit challenges. They are pretty precise, but also very doable.
Yeah, I was just kind of watching EVW's side, you know, went past a couple and then picked one he liked, it looks like. It looks like maybe, so instead of like right now we have the skip strat, maybe now is the sort strat. What looks good?
The select strat.
The select, yes. Thank you, Trenton. Coming with it.
What happens if they tie? Well, the only logical thing to do is have them get together for a sword duel.
Logic prevails. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no idea. Bagley, we don't have...
It's a showcase, so I think we'll accept a tie for tonight. A standard tiebreaker would be first one to clear the next level. So we'd probably find one neither of them completed and make them play it.
Well, it better be a link level so we can have the sword fight, because that's what I'm hoping for now. You got my hopes up.
I might have gotten half of chat's hopes up. The other half is wondering why they let me in the booth.
Duels at dawn. All right. Which would be difficult, being EVW, being a Canadian who lives in South Korea, and Blue Chocobo being an American. Duels at dawn would be duel to the death.
Do not bother me with trifles. There will be duels tonight. All right, so we have got 20 minutes remaining out of the 60-minute marathon. They started with nice jump there, figuring out the tech for EVW. Had to get the Thwomp to launch the Koopaling to get to the platform to get to the house that Jack built.
That's the house. Yeah, and so with EVW picking levels, it looks like he prefers. We don't have a lot of uniformity. Blue Chocobo's going one by one, but we haven't seen plenty of these levels on EVW's side.
Yeah, EVW was starting the same way. He was going down the list, but then he switched somewhere like 20-30 minutes in and started going to ones he thought would be a little more preferable, and well, you can see it took him from behind on the clears to ahead as he gets another one in the books.
Yeah. I imagine, I can't say this for sure, chat, but I imagine we'll probably have the commentators in some kind of dialogue about how they felt about this format. So if you have any questions, please let us know. I'm formulating my own, especially based on, as we said, the select, how to sort, how to, why do you pick what you picked? Um, why do you bypass what you bypass?
We have seen a lot of spikes, which is probably not the most surprising thing in Super Expert. Well, a friend of mine does an SMB3 run he calls All Switches, where he goes around to every P switch in the game and makes sure he hits them. This is an All Switches run for EVW, but the difference is there's a lot more spikes involved.
That was a nice jump. Nice little save there.
He's got a good rhythm here.
And as somebody said, Blue Chocobo clutched out spring jump there on his side. So he is up tied.
It is.
We were tied for maybe 30 seconds to a minute there. 10-10. Now EVW's up 11-10.
Blue Chocobo had that control by one level lead early. EVW came back, kept tying it. Then after the 30-minute mark, kind of snuck ahead by a level, and they've been bouncing between tied and EVW ahead by a level since.
No grass blade. I'm not frozen. I would recommend if you hear this or see anyone in chat trying to restart whatever you're working on, whatever format you got.
Well, if he's frozen, it's going to be hard to hear. But when in doubt, you don't have to refresh the whole page on Twitch in case anybody doesn't know this. Just pause and play, and it'll refresh and catch you up on the actual stream itself without having to reload the whole thing.
No, I did not know that, Trenton. Thank you.
The only trouble is you may have to rewatch the ads.
Okay, so somebody's saying it's horrible and there should be no skip. Well, I think what would probably happen is we'd probably get caught up on a singular level when you have no skip expert, and we'd be sitting here for 60 minutes looking at a DJI level going, huh, now what? But, I appreciate the feedback. I very much appreciate the feedback, and keep coming with it, chat. Where do babies come from? We'll answer that in
Yoshi's
post.
Island.
What's that? The island?
Yoshi's Island.
Mm-hmm. They come in egg format. Very
Something like that.
All right.
So let's cover this again, just in case we've got people coming in and joining us. They are playing for 1 hour to get as many clears as they can. They have 100 levels of Super Expert difficulty to play. Looks like the Bowser wasn't required at all. You just had to get by him, but EVW does bump.
Yeah, really well done there, EVW. Trenton, we got a tie game?
Not quite.
All right. My 11 on Chocobo's side almost looks like a 12.
Yeah, he just got that clear to go ahead by 1. I think they had to update Blue Chocobo first and then got EVW, and that's why.
All right, thank you. Okay, so he's got a fun little riding the what do we call this shell? Buzzy. The buzzy shell.
Sure. I generally just call it the helmet.
Yeah, if I don't know, I just make stuff up, right?
Why not?
Yeah, I mean...
Sometimes making it up's more fun anyways.
Yeah, so chat, in addition to the 100 levels they have on their list, all of the levels are super expert and they have to be 20 to 60 seconds. And I think that's one of the more interesting parts. I mean, 20 to 60 seconds, a minute is still a long time for super expert. But it could make for some really fast-paced matches.
Well, the big question is not even how long the world record is, but how many attempts is it going to take you? As Blue Chocobo looks to have another one done here. And that puts us technically tied for the moment.
Yeah, and with the 20 to 60 seconds, the realization is we're not going to any longer have 1, 2, 3 second levels. Those one jump kind of glitch levels, or the knowing the tech levels. So I guess they're wanting to weed those out.
Well, we did see a tech/glitch level in the mix, but it was a quick one.
Yeah, and maybe I don't know, maybe it didn't go to the finish.
No, we didn't see either runner get it. They both skipped it.
Because I know in our GSA run so far, I've seen 1, 2, 3 second levels so far. So I guess part of the format is trying to get rid of those levels. So once again, GSA, I'd be interested to know.
Right, so earlier we saw EVW do this P-switch level first try. We'll see if BlueChocobo does it. This is a little bit tight on the fall. He missed! He missed! He was a little too far to the right. He didn't trust it because he knew there were spikes there.
That is a really nice level. The one you said that your friend made would hit all the P-switches?
Yeah, for Super Mario Brothers 3, it's called All Switches Run.
Yeah, and so hopefully this time, and also spike hitboxes are huge. So
they extend wider than they look like at first glance. They're actually a little forgiving on the up and down, but on the width, not so much. Height is reasonably forgiving. That's the word I was trying to think of. And I don't even need to make one up.
So we'll see when he gets to the end again. But once again, like you said, with the width, that's, I think, what he's more worried about than the height coming down from the right side of the screen.
Yeah, he's trying to stick to not quite halfway, but trying to get to the sides of these as much as he can. You don't really need to here. It's just... Oh, he grabbed a P-switch. That's the second time he did that. He did it last time as well. A little flight level here for EVW.
As Chad is saying, 100 levels is too many. We could spend the whole stream watching the streamers doing completely different levels. So my question is, do you like the format now? Do you enjoy the watching one player do a level, maybe skipping, maybe not, and then it being followed up? Because you're absolutely correct. In Super Expert with 100 levels, there's unlikely that they're going to be playing the same levels over and over. I mean, synced up like we have right now. So is that something you enjoy in the GSA speedrun? Let me know.
Alright, 12 minutes to go. This is go time. BlueChocobo knows this is a short level, so he wants to invest his attempts here, because he's very capable of getting it done on this attempt. EVW exploring some new ground. That's an interesting one.
Woo!
Got the Podoboos circling the donuts as BlueChocobo's going to take the lead back. This is the first time in like over 20 minutes he's held the lead.
Yeah, and chat, you just have to give like F's in the chat for the fact that we are 48 minutes in and we have a one clear lead. I mean, once again, these players are amazing that this isn't, one player has 1 and the other has 12. I mean, this is clearly 2 players that are very good playing each other, very well equipped to handle these super expert levels.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got a test going, we got 2 great runners going. Let's get some hype emotes in chat. Come on, we are entirely too short on the hype. Let's get the hype pumped up in this chat.
And
10 minutes to go.
Thank you for the F's in the chat. Miigwech. That's Chippewa for thank you. All right, I like what Chocobo's got over here. First shot, he did a spring jump, and now he's just kind of doing kind of some feeling around him this level, looking around, seeing what he needs to do to get through this level. And EVW is going to have to start clearing something to catch back up. Once
Chat
again,
was ready to bring the hype. Thank you, chat. Blue
woo!
Chocobo on this level that EVW did earlier. A lot of Yoshis are sacrificed in the completion of this level.
All right, Halcyon, really good comment. Have them have a shorter list and force them to do the same levels. So, hey, maybe you can do them in the order you want, but at a certain point, you have to be forced to go back and do what somebody else did. That's definitely GSA, something to think about.
Got a precision style level for EVW. We haven't seen it be quite this tight of a precision level yet. We've seen other precision style levels, but this one a little more traditional within the precision style. That's easy for me to say.
Ice Donut, there can never be too much hype. Never, ever, ever can there be too much hype. I believe Blue Chocobo is on this Kill the Bowser level that EVW completed.
Yeah, that's one where hopefully he saw that Bowser himself is actually not required. You just have to actually be able to get past him. Unfortunately, he takes up a lot of space.
Yeah. And I know there's certain levels that you can't bypass them. I think in the new soup that you can damage boost through, but I don't believe in this level that you can damage boost through Bowser.
Under 10 minutes to play, Blue Chocobo has got the one level lead. They're both putting a lot of attempts into their current level.
Yeah, Chocobo knows that the tape is right there. On EVWs, I don't think we've seen the end of this level yet.
No, but I think Blue Chocobo has changed up his strats.
Oh,
He's tried
there
to
it is.
isolate Bowser Jr. and see if he can
Oh!
fly over.
There's the flag. EVW has now seen the flag. And personally, I want to give the chat a trigger warning because these spikes are killing me, man. On EVW side, the way that the creator made this level beautifully for super expert, me as a player is just in fear for EVW every time he makes any kind of jump.
Yeah, Blue Chocobo went searching for a dev block. He could not find one. Really didn't have a way to do that without the Yoshi anymore. So, yet again, he starts over.
Yeah, both
You have to
players
be careful of the sunk cost fallacy in a challenge like this. Just because you've spent a lot of time in a level doesn't mean you want to necessarily keep going. But at the counterpoint, you have how much time is it going to take to learn a new level versus I already know this level.
Yeah, I'm guessing in super expert, maybe that cost fallacy might be a little different than in expert. And it looks like, just like you said, Chocobo skipped it. Instead of continuing on, knowing that the tape was right there. There was that, was it a Bowser Jr. with wings? The flyy one?
That was the Mad Lad Boom Boom himself.
Ooh.
Bowser Jr. was hanging around in the clown car, and then you had Bowser with wings for good measure.
Yeah, maybe not a bad idea with all that enemy left, even though the tape is there to move on to something else.
EVW is going to tie it up with 7.5 to go. He clears that spike jump that thwarted him before. Got his revenge. Got his clear. We're tied at 13 all. Chat, you excited? 7 minutes.
Hey, thanks chat for letting me know the ones you could damage boost through. It's one of my personal strats is damage boosting through any kind of level I can or any Bowser. So I know the ones I can't. That's how I learn a level. Which one can I not what can I not damage boost through?
Looks like an on-off switch speed run here for Blue Chocobo. Those can be fun, those can be tricky. Super expert, you have to worry about just how precise this timing is, but we got some coins for indicators, so there is that.
And it looks like EricVanWilderman is going for a underground adventure.
This SMW style seems to be within his wheelhouse. That's what he's been searching out and playing as many of as he can get.
Yeah, that is one thing I actually do kind of enjoy about this format is we get to see the players and a little more about their personality in terms of what they enjoy.
Right, so 6 minutes left. This is probably 2 levels worth of time when you figure the time for learning, trying over. Yeah, even though the timer may be friendly enough to play more than that, probably 2 levels.
When it comes to super expert, I really wonder how many one shots we'll see. That is something when we're watching expert, you get to, a minute left. Hey, they might be able to one shot. Hey, EVW,
Got it.
dabbing it out.
That was
You
not a
deserve
dab.
that. What, that wasn't a
Not a
dab?
dab. That was a pose. Wasn't
Oh,
a dab.
okay. Trenton, I am so old that that was a dab for me because you get to a certain age and you just can't figure out any more lingo.
Okay. So Blue Chocobo's up to this precision level as EVW has taken the lead, headed into an SMB1 level where we've got donuts. I could go for some donuts right now.
Oh yeah, what's your flavor?
I'm kind of classic with the glazed, but it's hard to argue with a good maple bacon.
Maple bacon. Wow, I don't even know if I've had maple bacon donut. Sound like a northerner.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no, it's quite all right. I have 2 children, and one of them won't eat donuts. I don't know what happened with that kid.
Happens. When he gets older, probably loves donuts.
Maybe. Yeah,
A
EVW
little too
dying
quick
over here.
a little too quick on the jump, and he got caught in the bomb blast.
Yeah, and Blue Chocobo recognizing that this is just a precision level, going slow and steady, not trying to race through. There's no tight timer.
Yes, but there are spike hit boxes, and there are spike hit boxes. Anyone who's played this game for more than a day knows
Yeah.
what that statement means.
Yes. But keeping at it. I really appreciate jelly-filled donuts or actually lemon. I like lemon in anything.
Do we need to ask chat their favorite donut now? I feel like if we're going to have this conversation, chat needs to be involved. But meantime, 3 minutes left. Probably enough time to start one more level. Blue Chocobo, final jump. Got it first try.
I see chocolate and vanilla cream in the chat. Hey, I'm okay with talking about donuts while we end with 3 minutes and a tie game. I mean, after 57 minutes of playing, y'all, we have a tie game. 14-14 clears. Wow.
They came prepared to bring it, but EVW is going to break the tie. Go ahead by 1. Blue Chocobo has just under 3 minutes to try and make do. He's got a new soup speedrun level involving the icicles here, and says no.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Blue Chocobo knows that you could just scroll past because he's kind of doing what you do in Expert, opening it, closing it.
Yeah. It's something that wasn't clarified beforehand because nobody thought to ask the question. It's a new format. No fault for anybody for taking any approach that they did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Told one way or the other, so.
And just like chat said, what's the OT format? We don't know. That hasn't yet come up. Wow, nice run on Chocobo, just getting through the start of that level. Oof.
All right, a little bit of bomb surfing. A little bit of precision, but not a full precision level. Just have to watch your jumps a bit.
And it looks like EVW has a checkpoint, so if he can get another clear with a $140 left, Blue Chocobo is moving on to something else. So EVW, in my mind, in the driver's seat here.
That one lead with a minute and a half to go looks pretty commanding. He's up to the last jump.
There it is.
He went for the swag, 1 up. 2 to go. 2 lead is pretty commanding with only a minute to go.
Really nicely done. And once again, with a 2 clear lead with a minute left and super, super expert, I am going to guess that EVW is going to be our inaugural showcase South Korea champion. But make me eat my words, Blue Chocobo. Just swamping donuts. See? Donuts. It's all about the donuts.
Well, this could be a quick one, but he's not going to have enough time to even get into another one. He could first clear this one. He might have enough time to open the next level if he first cleared it.
Yeah, and we just saw this one on EVW's side as we started talking about donuts, and I got very engaged in donuts, and he had the same death with that bomb there, going a little too fast. Yeah, I think it takes, maybe for the last minute of the race, it might take a little bit of the challenge out of it. In terms of, I'm sure chat and everybody, the Beast 1 second win last week over Envy was incredible. So I'm wondering if this kind of format will have that kind of excitement or a different kind of excitement.
There's a lot of strategy that's going to be involved in this, so these two jumped into it. They had a little bit of time to think about it, but not too much. So EVW, GG, and how did you approach this animal? What was the first thing that came to mind when you looked at the rules and knew what you were supposed to do?
Well, let's just say the first, I think, 12 or 13 minutes was a bit of an eye-opener because I stuck with a speed run that was killing me a lot. And I got stuck on that level for like 5 or 6 minutes until I realized, okay, I need to change my approach and like doing some easier levels, some less speedrunny levels, some less trial and error, find some stuff that I'm good at and go with it because there's a huge selection of levels. And we all have different skill sets in Mario Maker. So I just started going with stuff that I knew more so and like looking at levels and skipping some of the ones that had a lot of Kaizo tricks or ones that had, puzzles, things like that. So I started being more selective.
Well, they do say that styles make the fight, so the first half seemed dominated by the new soup levels, and Blue Chocobo had the lead for most of that, but then in the second half, you kept going for those SMW levels, and that's where you built your lead.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, to be honest, I think I fluked a couple of those. I one-shotted a few of the more like precision-y ones. The P-switch one that I ended up completing, I didn't think I was going to complete that like first try. That was kind of fluky. So I got pretty lucky. But I've done a lot of P-switch jump levels. So, just like I said, choosing levels that I know, even though maybe the clear rate looked low, things that I've done a lot of before, going with those.
Out of curiosity, did any of these particularly stand out to you as a favorite level of the night?
Probably, I don't know. There were a few good ones. I don't know what it is, but these days I really like precision levels, and that precision level that I stuck with for 5 minutes, but ended up actually beating, I really like that one.
Is that the SMB one?
Yeah, the SMB one with all the spikes that were strewn about that you have to jump through, and with the running start.
We did just see Blue Chocobo on that one. That one was his last clear.
So EVW, Chocobo, wasn't as big a fan of as the format. You did win. Would you prefer this format over what we're doing presently?
I think, honestly, this format was interesting to do as an exhibition, but looking at it from a viewer's point of view, I really like the 3-point format where like it's more exciting to watch because you can have like in this format there can be a blowout, like someone can get such a far lead that like 20 minutes in you can just clock out and be like, well, that person's probably gonna win. Yeah. But with the other format though, with it being a best of 3, there's always a chance to kind of catch up unless someone is like 2 wins to 0, of course. But then the person still has a chance to get a point at the end, right? So I think the expert format or just the 15-minute best of 3 format is definitely more exciting as a viewer to watch. As a player, I like this as a change of pace. It was interesting, but I'm not too sure as a player which one I prefer, but as a viewer, definitely the other format is better, yeah.
Well, chat, be sure to join the Discord, give your thoughts on the whole evening and what you might suggest to improve it. because, hey, that's how things get better, is feedback.
That's right. I'm glad it was really fun to be a guinea pig, though. I really enjoyed just like kind of doing this as an exhibition. It was really fun for me. Yeah.
One thing that Blue Chocobo didn't do that you did is he went kind of in our expert level into every level and exited it. So yes, EVW, you got it. You just scrolled through, found what you liked, and killed it.
I see. I didn't know if that was a thing. I thought we were able to scroll through and just like do whatever. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe I cheated a little bit.
Or maybe not. Maybe that's the setup.
Yeah, maybe it is. I thought it was like
there was no way to sort. If there's a liked group of levels, there's no way to sort it. Is that correct?
Oh, I'm actually not entirely sure about that myself. Like, I usually don't jump into someone's liked levels and like sift through them, you know. So I just don't know.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, EVW, and great showcase, and thanks for being our guinea pig. We super appreciate it. Trenton, do you have anything?
I am just pulling up the schedule real fast to see that we've got some showcase things coming up at midnight this evening here on Speedrun. If you want more Mario Maker in your life, well, this some dude named EricVanWilderman, he's racing tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Don't know if you've ever heard of him, but you may want to show up for that one. And,
I might catch that. I bet you he's pretty good, eh?
So if you didn't have any plans around that time.
I am playing Enviosity, so I don't know if I'll look. I don't know. I don't know if I'll look so good tomorrow.
So got the SMM2 block starting tomorrow, 5 o'clock here. And with that, chat, hope you had some fun. Throw another round of GGs out there. Why don't you? GGs to both our players who put up a terrific effort tonight, and EVW for taking home the win.
All right, Trenton, thank you so much for the commentating. It was a blast. And thank you, racers. Great showcase. Thank you, chat, for always being the best chat in esports. Have a good night.
They are synced out. Do whatever. In the lead again.
Wow. Side for sure from Cheese. Okay, doing it, moving. Oh no!